Come to DSW for the shoes, stay for the fun. Because let's be honest, if shoe shopping isn't fun, are you even doing it right? So go ahead, try something new. Try something different. Good different. Try something that feels like you. You know, the real you. And then definitely brag about it later. Because at DSW, you've got unlimited freedom to play. With sneakers, boots, and everything in between for every style, mood, and occasion, you'll definitely find shoes that get you at prices that get your budget. DSW. Let us surprise you.
Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Here we go. Welcome in. It is Follow the Money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Thanks for watching on YouTube TV, listening on Sirius XM Channel 158, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, or any of our outstanding affiliates across the country. On today's program, Nick Whalen in 30 minutes, his look at the Monday Night Football game, maybe a little NBA with Nick as well. He loves that sport. Warren Sharp in 90 minutes, Week 8 reaction, and his best props for tonight, and one of the voices of the LA Dodgers, Tim Neverett, on the program. We'll talk World Series with him coming up a little bit later on. So we'll hit the Monday night game. We'll hit the World Series game. We will go over Week 9 numbers throughout this show. We have the good, the bad, and the ugly. We'll go over our best bets from the weekend as well, Pauly. 11 games on the docket yesterday, 10 blowouts. 10 blowouts. And all these overs coming in as well.
Yep. Almost every game goes over. That hadn't happened since 1990. Open up a can of whoop-ass. What happened there? Only one close game. Incredible. And we got a great email before the show. Always, ftm@vsin.com. You used to play these at the South Point. All those pleasers
Oh,
came
my
in.
goodness.
The pleasers would have got carried out.
Yeah, the
with
reason
the
why...
ball, mama.
Yeah, and you know what? They might have them down here at Circa. I've never seen them before. I guess I've never been on the lookout for them. But when we did the show in mornings over at the South Point, they had a big stack of the pleasers right outside by the studio. And we would talk about it like every single week. Okay, so which games are going to result in blowouts this weekend? And if you did the teaser the opposite way, like a 3-team pleaser pays at 25, 30 to 1 or whatever. And then if you go 4-team, 5-team, I mean, it's astronomical.
Yeah.
Like almost every game with the pleaser, other than the 2 games where the Dogs won. Well, that even with the Dolphins, though, winning.
Right.
Because you can go that way with it as well.
Yeah, right.
It's basically you're playing alternate numbers and then combining them on a parlay. But for anybody playing those yesterday, they pretty much came in across the board.
Yeah.
It was blowout after blowout after blowout, and then depends on where you grade it. Overs were like 8, 1, and 2 on the day.
Yeah. I would say it was a winner with the Houston game, and then the Bears game's a winner considering what it went off at. But I have in the early window on the season 66% ATS covers, and then I got favorites 10-2 straight up, 13-2 straight up, 10-4 straight up going back.
Wow.
So now you're seeing a tax, I think, to get out of the teaser range or make them pay the price with the teaser range coming up on Sunday, and then you're just putting these point spreads up sky high with what's happened. And it might have been the late window, might have been the worst late window of all time.
Well, I thought
it was horrible.
Thank God for that Jets-Bengals game, and we all knew we were going to say that, right? The early window, and by the way, I'm talking about like first, second quarter, early third quarter. We're watching yesterday. We're like, these games suck.
Yeah.
There was nothing until the Jets made that comeback yesterday.
Yeah, I never would have expected that, where everything's a double digit except one.
But how about this, though, Paul?
In 1990, that says it all.
With all of that being said, I got absolutely destroyed on teasers yesterday.
Bengals got me good. That's a good one.
Falcons got me good.
Uh-huh.
Bengals got me good.
Oh, sure. The Bengals are in my ugly. How you lose that game is just all-time bad. You score 38 points. The Jets have done nothing on offense for much of the season. Woody Johnson, the owner, says it'd be nice if we can complete our pass. And then they go for the second time in 25 years, they go for 500 yards. And you blow a 15-point fourth quarter lead. And we know, because we talk about it all the time, career, when the opponent scores 21 points or more, Fields was 0-26 straight up.
Right.
It's just that defense is a travesty. And you might as well trade Hendrickson because he's no good to you anyways. You're so bad, and he's always hurt. So it's just that could be the season now for Cincinnati. And after the game, chase it through the defense under the bus. I don't blame him. He's got to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. And if you had that one in Survivor, condolences. And if you had it on a teaser as well, condolences. And I'd loved the run on 2nd and 10. as they're trying to win the game with a field goal, as they do the Jets a favor as well.
Sure.
All-time bad.
Yep. Fields throws for 244. They run for 254 overall, and you allowed that team to score 23 points in the fourth quarter. Shameful by the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, couldn't get a first down in London. Couldn't complete a pass.
Not as bad as Atlanta getting blowing out, though, in that game.
No.
And I'm a little bit surprised that you're showing your face around here today.
Yeah, right. Okay.
After you openly mocked me on the Sunday morning tailgate show right here on VSiN yesterday.
Yeah.
After I announced to the crowd and the audience listening and watching yesterday on the show that I had 2 Survivor tickets on Atlanta, Pauly Howard all of a sudden gets cocky. I would actually say condescending with how much he liked the team.
Yeah.
Oh, Falcons you're good. You're good. Cousins going to be fine.
You're good.
You have you had this bleep-eating grin on your face the entire time. I was like, is he doing this on purpose? Is he trying to jinx me live on the show? Well, kudos, buddy, because it worked.
Yep. As bad as Cousins was, Dalton might have been worse. And that's saying something. But to think that you get 2 veteran quarterbacks who come in, have seen it all, have done it all, and both of them look like they never played a game before, especially Dalton. But that is, I would say, like Frank B., I want to take all my pain at once. That is, you were never in the game.
Never.
If you were Atlanta. That horrendous game plan, Raheem Morris, again, with a horrible job. Well, the guys weren't ready to play. No kidding. But, you were dealt a bad hand with no Penix and also no London. But for Cousins to come out and they go 3 and out 4 of the first 5 drives, you can't run the football. It was the worst run defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they never really even tried with Bijan Robinson.
No. It was a bizarre game plan, and then you still think, okay, they got a shot. And then Robinson fumbles inside the red zone, and then they can't stop him.
Sure.
They couldn't get a first down against Cleveland. He had thrown 3 picks back-to-back games.
And Atlanta has a good defense.
That's another one.
I mean, season today, going into that game, they had a good defense.
Yes.
So you take Robinson off the field on a 3rd and 1. Algiers tackled right away.
Yeah.
Atlanta had to kick a field goal. After that, 1 touch for Robinson, 3 and out. After that, next drive, 0 touches, 3 and out. Miami scored again. Falcons trailed 17-3 at halftime. That was pretty much the ballgame. But I can tell you, and I have not slept since last night. I have not.
Yeah.
And
Well, you're still alive, though.
I have 1 left.
Yeah, okay.
But this is part of the reason why. I just sat there. My heart was racing last night watching the Sunday night game. And I'm like, boy, to go out this late in the season with a pick on Atlanta on 2 of them, that's an absolute backbreaker. But I will tell you that even though, and I'm not joking, I did not sleep last night because it sucked that much, losing on the Bengals would have been way worse. Yeah. And as I said yesterday on the show, if we did not use them in week 2 against Jacksonville, we would have shoved on Cincinnati yesterday. And to lose like that, I don't know if I'd be here today. So the painful losses that we've had every single week in Survivor leading up to this point are much worse than the rip the Band-Aid off. Game's over with it like in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm. Phenomenal sequence there at the end of the game as well. The Jets score to go down 8, and then they don't get it for 2.
Right.
And then Spiro Ditas and Adam Archuleta. Boy, what a bizarre call. Why would you do that? What are the analytics? I don't know. I don't like this call at all. Oh, wait. Good call. It worked. Oh, okay. Nice job, Glenn. After the
results based.
Sure. Then they cut it to 6. Bill Cowher does it every week. Just kick it. What's wrong with you? When it works, you don't hear a peep.
Sure,
and
it
allowed them to win the game. But that was, I mean, Chase is right. It's just a horrible loss, and to score 38 and lose at home, and the defense is just absolutely horrendous. You mentioned the rushing attack as well, and they don't have Garrett Wilson. That's another one. And they don't have Sauce Gardner to still lose the game.
Yeah.
I know. But now you're down. You cut out half the field in Survivor now with what happened.
Yeah, we are down.
Only 2 upsets. You're right. Only 2 dogs get there, but they were your big boys.
Well, they took out like 50+% of the field. We're down to 2,057, 81 pending on the Chiefs tonight. And 2 entries were taken out on the Falcons and Grandissimo. 13 left in that one. And I believe the Westgate is down to 18 right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I think it's down to 18. That's a $5,000 buy-in. Uh-huh. But I will say this. Even getting gashed yesterday and losing 2 Survivor entries, I honestly think the worst news of the entire day was Cam Scadaboo's injury.
Yeah, well said. Well said. Horrific beat. If he had his rushing yards over for the year, you missed that by 60 yards. The kid scores another touchdown, and again, that's a look away. I even had to retweet Bill Barnwell. Don't look at the video. That was so bad. His foot is sideways.
It's like Chris Godwin last year.
Yeah.
It turned around.
Yep. And what it did to the team, the devastation, Dart looking away, whole team comes out. They cannot catch a break. Neighbors, Scatterboo. You lose the Denver game. You blow the Saints game. Oh, here we go, the future. We're going to be so good, whatever. And then it's just,
I have him
that
on.
was so bad.
Yep.
And then the Rookie of the Year. I mean, we had a good shot here.
Up in smoke.
Yeah, that's all gone.
Just like that. Boom, vanishes. And then how many guys has that happened to so far this year? The Schlesinger injury to the Browns. He's out for weeks. I have him at an awesome number. Forget about it. You can rip that up. Right. He was one of the short shots to win that. Scatterboo every week. We disagreed with the number on him. I have him in 4 of my 5 remaining fantasy leagues. Come on with the injuries here.
Yep.
That felt to me, I remember when Peter King was covering the league, when Deshaun Watson went down with, I think it was the blown ACL, and he was taking the league by storm. And people were chiming in from all over the country. They're like, I'm not a Texans fan, but this is devastating on many levels. And I felt that same way yesterday. Like if Peter King was still around covering the league, he would have been like, oh no, this is horrific. And people all over the country would have been chiming in, I live in this pocket or I live in this city and this is brutal because I love the guy. And you just for him to go down like that and clearly, I mean, the second it happened, and you're like, see you next year, pal.
Yep.
Get better soon. Jeez Louise, man.
Well, I saw the look. He's like, he tried to get up right away, and I'm looking. I'm like, oh, boy. I saw it right away. I go, his foot sideways. Oh, man.
Well, I guess now if Dart plays the entire year, it's his to lose, huh?
I don't say that.
Well, Egbuka didn't do anything yesterday.
Well, what a bizarre game that was.
No kidding.
That was 0-0 in the second quarter. The in-play got down to 30. Got to be a change, by the way, announcement today. It's enough. Rattlers 1-13.
Yeah, get him out.
It's enough. We can't play. Put Chuck in. Let's go. It's enough already.
You took a kid in the second round.
Yes, right.
Right, we're not living in the 80s here. Guys don't have to sit for 2 years.
Yeah.
Rattler can't play.
No.
Up next, Game 3 of the World Series and Monday Night Football between the Chiefs and the Commanders. And I will give you some historical data that suggests it might not go well for Kansas City. The number's next here on VSiN.
Are you interested in effortlessly growing your Bitcoin portfolio? I sure am. The Bitcoin credit card by Gemini earns you Bitcoin back on every purchase. Use it like any credit card. Buy lunch, gas, or your weekly groceries, and you'll earn up to 4% back instantly in Bitcoin or one of over 50 other cryptos straight to your account. All that with no annual fee, and right now you can grab a $200 Bitcoin welcome bonus. It's the easiest way to start building your Bitcoin stack. Go to Gemini.com/card to learn more. Terms apply. See the link in the description for more information regarding rates and fees.
Ah, DSW, birthplace of the humble brag. Here, the shoes are so good, no one would ever know how little you paid. If you didn't go telling everyone, that is. And with never-ending options for every style, mood, and occasion, all at really great prices. We'll definitely give you something to brag about. So go ahead, stock up on fresh sneakers from your favorite brands. Or try those boots you always secretly knew you could pull off. Find the shoes that get you at prices that get your budget at DSW stores or DSW.com.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
All right, good night tonight in sports, Monday Night Football, and Game 3 of the World Series. Commanders at the Chiefs. Chiefs laying doubles in this game. So overall on the year, third in the NFL in EPA per play. Mahomes should be able to move it here, and he will. They're rocking and rolling right now. And Washington's defense, 24th overall in EPA per play allowed. How about this, though? Great numbers from Steve Makinen at vsin.com. If you're laying 7 points or more on Monday Night Football, not doing so hot since 2012. Yes, you're 48-15 straight up, but laying those points, Pauly, 23-38 and 2 ATS, that's 37.7%. And Patrick Mahomes, 35-2 straight up, but 12-13 and 1 ATS, 36%. Last 37 games as a favorite of more than 7 points. And now if you really want to dig into this and go deeper, Andy Reid's team off this 31-0 win against the Raiders last week. KC is 21-11 straight up, but only 7-23 ATS when coming off of a game when scoring 30-plus points since 2020. And teams off a home shutout actually have been horrible in the next outing. 13-23-1 ATS, and 16-21 straight up last 37 games.
Mariota's serviceable.
I agree.
Horrible pick 6 last week, although they was thrown in there with the injury. He has won some games in this league and did a good job against the Raiders, but then it's the Raiders. I don't see how they're going to slow down this offense tonight. I just think everyone's going to eat for Kansas City. You're giving up 7.8 yards per pass attempt, worst in the league. What's going on with the deficits and everything? They've been down double digits 5 of the last 7, 10-0, 13 rip, 14-0, 20-8. You're allowing 7.6 points per game in the first quarter. That's the most in the last 2 years. You lead in explosive plays allowed. You're giving up a ton of 40-yard plays, most in the league. And now you got to take on Mahomes in this offense and what they've done the last couple of weeks. And you're on the road, backup quarterback. All these injuries on defense, you can't stop anybody. The only good news is you're getting people back on offense. But they're also looking at potentially a 3-7 start as well. Because then it's Seattle at home, and then they play the Lions. So you got to get Daniels, get well soon. We hope that you get well. Because this is 3-7. You can just say, well, we're on to next year then, because that's it. So all your numbers are strong, but I can't make the case for Washington tonight with a backup quarterback and a horrible defense and a team that continues to fall behind time and time again.
Yeah, how about money on Washington to drive it back down to where it's sitting now at 10? The market thinks that the 11s, the 11.5s, hell, it was higher than that in the week.
Well, last year was last year, right? 2 years ago was 2 years ago.
Oh, they're not the same team.
So it's right. No. So they couldn't cover a game, and they were always winning by 3 points. So they're healthy, and they're dangerous, and they have a ton of offense. And I just think between the solid defense they have, the love affair we have with Spags, I can't make the case for Washington at all. I expect a comfortable Kansas City win.
Give me the reason why Rashee Rice is not going to eat tonight. They fed him early and often in that game. And he was dominating targets when he was out there running routes last week. I just think it's going to be the same thing in this spot, right? He's finally back. And the Opta AI projections actually think that he's going to have a big under game tonight. At vsin.com, at DraftKings, he's at 70.5. Opta AI projecting 52.3 and 5.1 receptions. I would disagree with that. I think he's going to have a monster game again here in this spot. And why not Travis Kelce? Because it is a continuation here of National Tight End Week, and my God, a lot of those dudes went to work yesterday.
No one had a lot of yards other than Kraft, but there were plenty of touchdowns.
Oh, tons of touchdowns.
It was strange, yeah. Because before the Kraft game, the most yards was Fannin, 62. But a lot of guys got in the end zone, but no one did any damage in terms of yardage. But I can't put you off Kelce props either. And probably Ertz as well. I think the security blanket there with Mariota and getting him involved. I see Debo is 4.5 rushing yards.
For the rushing yards?
And I would think you get him creativity here, and I would expect Mariota to take off and run. 29.5 at DraftKings with the rushing yards, and you also know it's a primetime game. You have to go longest rush over as well.
You have to go over longest rush probably with Mahomes too.
You can do both quarterbacks. I wouldn't put you off anytime touchdowns either. Mariota's 11.5. Mahomes is 11.5.
Yeah, I'll give you another
one. No problem with that.
Do you have a number on Mahomes to lead the game in rushing yards tonight?
That is nice.
I think there is a huge angle here because the Chiefs' defense has allowed 546 yards to running backs on the year, 7th fewest in the entire league. Commanders are middle of the pack.
What do you want?
And Hunt's banged up a little bit. I don't love Pacheco.
What do you want? I got a number.
I'd take 12, 13, 15 to 1.
All right. They're giving you 8.
8, okay, all right.
Yeah.
If you can find 10, I think that might be worth a bet.
It's happened a couple times.
Of course it has.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
In these big spots, that's who Mahomes has always been.
Yeah.
Playoff games included, whatever. It's like, there's another 17-yarder by Mahomes. He's taking off tonight.
Right.
I looked at first touchdown props, and I wanted to get involved with the tight ends. Kelsey's like 6-1 or plus 650. That's not big enough.
No.
But Zach Ertz is 20-1. So if the Commanders get the ball first and they were to go down here in this game, I can easily see an angle. And by the way, Ertz has been money around the goal line this year anyway. Mm-hmm. And I can see Mariota finding him. The Chiefs have been pretty good against defending the tight end position. They've only allowed one touchdown, in fact, to the position the entire year. But There's an angle here where if that happens, I mean, that might be the guy that Mariota would look to, I think, before anything else. KC has allowed the fewest yards to wide receivers all year long. So I know it's good for this Commanders offense to get McLaurin and Debo back in the spot, but man, the Chiefs defense has been super hot now going on a good month.
Now, what's going on with Thornton? He's 50-1 first touchdown of the game. I still think there could be a deep shot there, and he could, or he's just not going. They're not going to use him anymore.
I don't. I think
that's it. Is that it for him?
I think it ran its course.
Oh, come on! I like him. He's good.
So do I.
And I love it. They take deep shots to him every game.
Me too.
But I get maybe school's out. But I just think at 50-1, you never know if he can get on the field, and they always take deep shots to him. And if they connect on that one,
I'll give you some more Opta AI numbers that you can get again. VSiN.com/NFL props. Patrick Mahomes staying under by 46 passing yards. 274.5, 275.5.
I don't agree with it.
Oh. Unless it turns into a total blowout and they just run the football.
I can't run the football.
I agree.
It's going to be everything through the air.
Hunt projects to go over 20.5 yards by about 10 yards in this game. And Xavier Worthy, how about a combination of Worthy and Samuel to each go over their rushing yards tonight? You want to do a same-game parlay? Worthy and Samuel, 10-plus rushing yards.
Okay. I like a special teams prop / kicking prop. I like a longest field goal of the game, under 52.5 yards.
Much like in the Broncos and Cowboys game yesterday.
It's right there.
Which I'm just...
It's right there for him, and he wouldn't do it. Now, we had the 3rd and 20. If Dak dumps it off, he's going to kick it.
Yep.
And incomplete pass. Why not try it in a blowout? You had several opportunities to do it as well.
Why not? And don't throw the dumb INT before halftime, Dak.
That too.
People are not paying to watch you. They're paying to watch Brandon Aubrey here at Mile High Stadium, all right?
Yeah.
So let him kick a 72-yarder and everybody's going to be happy.
Too bad. I know. That's why those props are so tough. Where you think that guy's going to make 2 field goals. Okay, you get the one right away, and then that's it. Incredible. But here's my rationale for that. Number one, Kansas City's going to move the ball at will, and there's no need for Reed to do that. I think it'd be too easy, and Reed likes to go for it 4th down anyways. And I know what Dan Quinn does, and especially if you're playing catch-up, you're not going to do that. I mean, he loves to go for it 4th down. Plus, if you're behind, you're not trying 54, 55-yard field goals. So, longest field goal under 52.5. How
about this? World Series tonight. It's a good angle, Pauly. Since the start of the 2014 World Series, teams that scored 2 or fewer runs in the prior game are 24-10. Last 34. Up 16 units almost. Toronto at that plus money. And we saw this in game 2, right? World Series teams putting back-to-back wins together. 10-24 following up a win.
Excited for this one tonight. Equinox is here. Pivotal game 3. Back to La La Land. I got the Yerfie tonight. Max Scherzer, ERA of 12 in the first inning. Dodgers, most first inning runs in the National League. Freeman's got to deliver. I think
time to step up tonight.
I know. He's had a bad series, no doubt about it. It's here for the 32nd time ever, the Sports Equinox. All 4 major leagues in action tonight at the same time. Celebrate the best year for bettors with the Equinox Special through May 1st. Everything we offer for $120. Less than $20 a month. Every best bet, every host, every guest. The 24/7 live and on-demand video, the dog videos, the prop projections, the great stuff with the NBA, and the college basketball betting guide. Limited time offer, won't last. VSiN.com/subscribe. Get it.
All right, we'll get more looks at player props, Monday Night Football, and a peek at the NBA tonight as well. Nick Whalen's going to join the program coming up. This is Follow the Money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
All right, some best bets coming tonight. Monday Night Football. Dabble in the NBA as well. Nick Whalen joins the program with RotoWire, and he is on the Progressive Guest Line. Nick, good to talk to you as always. How was the weekend for you in the National Football League?
Overall, not too bad, guys. Hit on all three of my big plays over at RotoWire. At the same time, I also lost a survivor entry on the Atlanta Falcons, which was just embarrassing to know what we were walking into, to talk about it all week, saying, man, I really shouldn't trust the Atlanta Falcons, to have the Philadelphia Eagles available as a pivot, to see Philly just kind of run away with that game, and Atlanta to never, ever show up whatsoever against the Miami Dolphins. That put a major damper on the weekend. But other than that, we came out relatively unscathed.
Well, Pitts had 9 catches. I mean, the thing is...
Well, we'll take that.
We'll take that. It doesn't make any sense. Giants can't stop the run. First play of the game. Bam. Okay. And then they get gashed, right? Dolphins have the worst run defense. Tua looked awful the last couple of games. They hadn't won a game on the road. And it's what happened? No game plan? Robinson can't get involved? They couldn't stop him? It made no sense.
The big disappointment for me, guys, like it's not shocking that Atlanta no-showed offensively, just because we know the Falcons do this. They did it against Carolina a month ago.
Right,
you're shoehorning Kirk Cousins in there. We get this news on Sunday morning that Drake London isn't going to play. Like, the signs were there for an Atlanta disaster, but I bought in on the Atlanta defense.
Yeah,
that's where I feel like I got burned here. I thought this was a good unit, and giving up 34 to the Miami Dolphins, that was the problem here, right? And I know they were in advantageous situations. Offense couldn't do anything, but my goodness, man, to just really put up no resistance against what has been a terrible, terrible passing game. Tua has his best game in 2 years on this defense. The whole game did shift on the Bijan Robinson fumble, though. I think if they cash in that drive, it's a 1-score game. Yep. You're able to settle down a little bit. You don't feel like you have to play as frantically offensively, but at the same time, like you said, never really making an effort to establish the run. You got the Miami Dolphins in your place coming to town, and you start the game 3 and out, field goal, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, fumble, out on downs. Just could not have been more of a disaster. And I'll put this to you guys. Is it worse to lose a survivor entry on a game like that where by the second quarter you're out? Or is it worse to have a team, rally back like the Jets did against Cincinnati?
It's worse to be on the Bengals.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
Worse. But how bad is this? So I had 2 on Atlanta yesterday, and I submitted those after a friend of mine reached out and said, "Hey, I'm going to put in Atlanta on my survivor." And this was after the Kirk Cousins stuff was confirmed. I'm like, "Hey, so you want to know, Penix is not playing." He's like, "Oh my God, pump the brakes for a second here." Comes back, I'm going to go with the Colts. Yeah, probably a good move. And I talked him off the Falcons, but I never listened to myself.
It's the worst, man. It's the worst. I mean, I think we knew we were walking into a trap, but for it to be that bad, I don't think we could have foreseen that. I mean, 213 total yards on the worst defense in football. Yeah. I was talking myself into this. Bijan will carry it 25 times. Algier will carry it 15 times. They'll rack up 250 yards on the ground. Just awful stuff.
You're going to feel worse Thursday when Henry goes for $150 on him too.
Oh, and the Ravens score 48.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so also another one here. This might be the worst Steelers defense of my lifetime. I mean, this is just abomination. How about this after the game? Hayward. There's not a lot of fight in us right now. How about that comment?
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. That was a big part of the reason I was on the Packers last night. And look, if you could have offered me to get off of that at halftime, I would have thought about it, because it looked like we were going down that same road with Green Bay, where they put together an impressive opening drive. They're moving the ball down the field. And then it's like, hey, we got to get Savion Williams involved. We got to get him running up the middle. We need to throw Matthew Golden an unblocked bubble screen on a big second down so we could set up a 57-yard field goal for our injured kicker. But something flipped in the second half with that Packers offense. We saw what happens when you have to put the ball in Jordan Love's hands. I really, part of my handicap was I thought Green Bay would be able to run on the Steelers, because everybody, including the Bengals last week, is able to run on Pittsburgh. I did think Josh Jacobs looked very good. I thought Emmanuel Wilson actually gave them some more juice late in that game. But the primary reason I was on Green Bay was not because I thought the Packers were some sleeping giant offensively. It's because you cannot trust the Steelers defense. The only games where they've looked good is when they faced a terrible quarterback, and half of their games so far have been against either backups or rookies, or when they're forcing 5 fluky turnovers like they did in that New England game, which they absolutely should have lost. I mean, Patriots fumbled twice on the goal line in addition to 3 other turnovers. So I think this is a major, major issue for the Steelers going forward, even though that run defense held up last night. I mean, that's not been the case most weeks.
Nick Whalen, our guest, he's on the Progressive Guest Line with RotoWire. Big spread tonight. Chiefs laying it here, doubles here against Washington with no Jaden Daniels. Do you like side, total, or player props at all?
Not much for me on the side. I would probably just lean Washington. I think the hook here is big. Potential look ahead spot for Kansas City. They have that game at Buffalo next week, so maybe we do see a bit of a letdown. And Marcus Mariota, he's not Jaden Daniels, but he's a capable backup. And I like when a team has a similar style of backup quarterback to their starter, as opposed to going from Lamar Jackson to, say, Cooper Rush week to week. Like, at least Mariota can do a kind of a junior version of what Jaden Daniels does in terms of, bringing some punch in the running game. So I won't be surprised if Washington can hang around with the receivers back. This is a game, though, that I'm looking more so to the prop market. And I would start with Mariota over 5.5 rush attempts.
Yeah.
Kansas City's defense has played really well for the last month plus, but they do have the highest scramble rate allowed in the NFL. Almost 10% of every dropback ends in a scramble, easily the highest number in the league. Could see some design runs, of course, for Mariota as well. And you can look into those numbers and say, yeah, the Chiefs have played Hurts. They played Lamar. That does juice that stat a bit. But Russell Wilson scrambled 5 times on this defense. Trevor Lawrence ran it 10 times. Justin Herbert ran it 7 times all the way back in week 1. So I think that will be a part of the game plan for Washington. On the Mahomes side of things, I would look at the over 22.5 completions. I think he's just rolling right now. This offense is finally what they pictured it being when they added some of those complementary pieces last year. Everybody's healthy. You got Rashee Rice back involved. He went over this number last week without even playing in the fourth quarter. He's got at least 22 completions in 6 of 7 games so far. And then I want to look at Rashee Rice tonight. The props are juiced up a little bit, but Xavier Worthy over 45.5 receiving yards, I think, is a pretty friendly number.
Yeah.
Washington, not really good on defense over these last couple of weeks. They're near the bottom of the league in terms of ADOT allowed. They give up a ton of big plays down the field. So this is one where, knowing Xavier Worthy, he could hit this on 2 catches.
Yeah,
For sure.
And in honor of my guy, Drexel Spivey, White Boy Day yesterday with Reeves. What a performance. 51 points. The NBA has been fire here to start the season.
Yeah.
Anything you like? I was looking at Rockets team total. I think we could go for 100 against the Nets. Anything on the card tonight you like?
Yeah, well, you're right. This has been a wild first week. I think we now have like 14 40-point games in the NBA through like 5 days of action, which is insane. And, Reeves capped it off last night. Yeah, I would look at the team total for Houston. Brooklyn has been atrocious defensively, caught some breaks yesterday, I thought, in that San Antonio game where they were able to keep that a little bit closer, but that defense has been among the worst in the NBA. I'm looking at the Sixers plus 6.5 at home tonight against Orlando. No Embiid, no Paul George. The Embiid absence, I don't really know how much that matters. I mean, he was brutal on opening night. He wasn't a whole lot better in the second game. Maxey continues to play at a really high level. Ironically, the Sixers have built out like a really nice team outside of Embiid and Paul George. Like, they've gotten the big decisions wrong, but they've hit on just about everything else. So I think this is actually a really competitive group. And I don't really love what I've seen from Orlando so far. It's a team that doesn't really feel like it has an offense. It's kind of a my turn, your turn type of thing. Yeah. They set out to take more threes this season, and they're second to last so far in the NBA in 3-point attempts per game. They've been the worst in the NBA in terms of 3-point percentage. So that's one where I'd look to grab some points with a home dog.
Very good. Any other player props that you're looking at tonight on the NBA card? I'll give you one. I think the ship is going to be sailing away, I think, quickly here. Derry Bird did it again last night for the Bucks. He's gone over 2.5 threes in every game at plus money.
Yep.
I think that plus money is going to get wiped out very soon.
I agree with you, man. I was on his 3-point over in the opener against Washington. Part of that is the Wizards just being the Wizards, but that's what the Bucks are going to do this season. And obviously Milwaukee off tonight, they play tomorrow, but they're going to run this kind of 4 out, run everything through Giannis type of offense. You now have a knockdown shooter at the 5 in Miles Turner. I've made the comparison almost to like the first generation of the LeBron Cavs when it was like, all right, we got nothing else. We're going to throw out, these 4 shooters, and LeBron, you're just going to kind of do everything. And that's been the offense so far. Like, I think they kind of want to replicate almost this Celtics philosophy of, we know that we're not as talented as half of the teams in the NBA right now, but we have one guy that we could depend on, and we're going to surround him with knockdown shooters. So that style of play that we've seen from Milwaukee so far this season, I think that's going to be sticky.
Very good. Nick, great spot. As always, good to talk to you. Best of luck with the plays tonight. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
There you go. Nick Whalen,
Thank you.
RotoWire, on X at WHA, the number 1, not L, WHA number 1 EN, and he was on the Progressive guest line. You like anything tonight in the association? I'm with you. I mean, dude, this is an anti-Nets thing like we talked about yesterday quickly on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, they died down, but the Spurs had 68 or 69 at halftime last night.
Yeah. I like the Pelicans. I think the Celtics will drop to 0-4. I think the Raptors can bounce back after getting humiliated in Dallas. And I'm intrigued by why are the Lakers home dogs to Portland? I found that line interesting.
Win some, lose some up next. You will not believe all the tickets that cashed on Tucker Kraft last night. Pauly with the details next.
Win Some, Lose Some is sponsored by the Sharp Plays.
Were you a winner last night?
Wow, winning.
Or was it a rough one?
Well, they can't all be winners, can they?
Loser! You're a loser!
Pauly Howard recaps the night in sports betting in Win Some, Lose Some.
All right, let's get a close game tonight. World Series Game 3, Game 1. Grand Slam, 12-1 cashes. Will there be a complete game in the World Series? 14-1. Yamamoto back-to-back. I believe the first guy since Hershiser. 88 to do that.
For the Dodgers. I think Schilling did it early 2000s.
Correct. Okay, very good.
But how about that? For him to back-to-back now all of a sudden and belly-to-belly.
That's right. And 8 strikeouts. First home run of the game Friday. Varsho, 25-1. Yesterday, Smith, 13-1. Or Saturday. Anytime home run, Smith plus 450. Kirk to go deep, 8-1. First touchdown of the early games, Eagles 5-1. Highest scoring game, Jets Bengals 12-1. Lowest scoring game, Saints Buccaneers 8-1. Most points, Denver 8-1. What'd they have? Four drives, 60 plus yards on them? No problem. Fewest points, Saints 13-1. Most passing yards, Jordan Love 10-1. Most rushing yards, Cook 15-1.
There was a chance in that game. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
He was on pace to shatter the all-time record.
Oh, really?
He had almost 200 yards with, I think, 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Wow. Incredible. Tucker Kraft. Most receiving yards for the week, 30-1. Most yards for a tight end, plus 850. First 25 yards in each half cashes at a nice price. He was 30-1 to have 100 yards and 2 scores as well. And he almost got 50 yards in both halves as well. That's nuts.
Well, he looked like, the best tight end in football last night.
He did. Savion Williams, anytime touchdown, 22-1.
Anytime.
Harold Fannin, first touchdown for tight end, 28-1. First touchdown of the game, 20-1. Anytime touchdown, Tongas, 14-1. First touchdown of the game, Flacco, 60-1.
Could you believe that?
Somebody had a parlay, Fannin and Flacco. I think $5 paid $3,200.
Yeah, you're right.
Kolar, anytime touchdown, 15-1. It's incredible the stuff that goes on every Sunday. College football, Rice plus 330. Akron plus 330. Kent State plus 250. Houston plus 240. Sunderland plus 650 in the Premier League. Brentford 3-1. Aston Villa plus 335. Subscribe, be part of the team, vsin.com. Our radio and podcast friends, you always want to see these tweets and videos. At Pauly Does Vegas on Instagram. Send them in, we'll put you on. Let's go out to Rivers Casino. It happened again. The bad beat jackpot hit. Someone walked away. Well, the jackpot was $224,000, so everyone at the table gets a piece. Then the losing hand gets a big piece in the winning hand. It was straight flush over straight flush. Are you serious? Oh, it's like Casino Royale. The scene with Daniel Craig, James Bond. Come on.
Oh, so it's a 7 high straight flush. Is that upper right?
And then you got ace 2? You got ace 2
down there? Yeah, it's ace 2, yeah. On the left? Okay.
Yeah, straight flush over straight flush. You got to be kidding.
Oh, man.
You got to be bleeping me. That's awesome. Congrats to everyone there as well. They're bringing it out tonight. Games 3, 4, and 5 at Dodger Stadium.
Sign me up.
Damn right. I'm all in. This is the Surf and Turf Nachos. Wonton chips with fresh lobster, grilled steak, cilantro, scallions, pico de gallo, $45.99. Let's eat.
You had me at nachos, but then you're going to throw on fresh lobster and then the steak as well. Forget it.
Yeah.
It's over with.
Beautiful presentation. That is awesome. Look at this guy. Oh, no, wrong. He's 17? Oh, is that not 7?
Oh, okay, well, yeah. This is good anyway.
What is he doing?
We got to tell him pool season's over with. There's no water in the pool for him. But he's pretending like there is anyway.
Oh, man. I didn't see this one. Oh, man. You got 17?
Look at him flopping around in there.
Oh, man, that's awesome. This one's better. When they go on a walk and it's time to go,
he
thinks he's camouflaged. The dog hides behind the leaves. He can't see me, right? He doesn't want to leave the park and doesn't want to leave the walk.
Look at him.
Yeah.
He finds it.
He goes by. He tries to hide. And she goes, "You're not camouflaged. I can see you."
Oh, that's outstanding, man.
I don't want to go. Time to go. You go. Excellent, too. That was good. We walked into the one with he pretends he's swimming, but there's nothing in the pool. That's awesome. Lose some. Memphis, South Florida under, 65.5 down to 58. No soup for you. NC State Pitt under, 58.5 to 53. 53-34 final. Purdue plus 2.5 to -2. Lost to Rutgers. Bad for the books. Southern Miss, 11.5 up to 14. Hey-oh! Good job, Paul Stone. Loved their win total before the season. They already went over their win total, and they are alive and well to win that conference at a big price. He also gave that out. So that we're cooking with Southern Miss. Indiana 21 up to 25.5. Mercy.
I mean, they don't care how hot any team in the country is.
No, 56-6. SMU Wake under, 57.5 down to 53.5. 13-12. Tennessee Kentucky over, an in-play dream, 50.5 up to 55. 56-34. North Texas Charlotte over, 58.5 up to 62. 54-20. Jets Bengals over, 41.5 up to 44.5. Ice cream. Bears Ravens under, with the Lamar News, 49.5 down to 45.5. Colts Titans over, 44.5 up to 48.5. And Giants Eagles over, 40.5 up to 44. Cowboys Broncos over, 47 up to 51.5. Before the line moves, Sharp Plays is already there. They don't just follow the market, they help move it. You're not going to outsmart billion-dollar books, so full-time Sharps on your own. With the Sharp Plays, you don't have to. Jeff and the crew at it since 2011, and the AI plays are up 50 units. Been with Follow the Money since day one. The Mr. Poison tweets, ask and you shall receive every Sunday. Documented results, public logs, transparent receipts, trusted by pros, watched by the book, sharpplays.com.
So a bunch of tight ends did score yesterday.
They did. And
on the VSiN Pro Football Tailgate Show yesterday, I was running down some of the round robins I put in. I put in 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, and 7s on a parlay. The ones, the 3 and the 4 cashed. So at the end of the day, I ended up winning about a couple $100.
Okay.
But on the round robins, I left off Njoku and Fannin. I had them on the regular parlay. Otherwise, it would have been a monster.
Yeah.
I wanted to have some fun with the day yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot of guys delivered, again, with the touchdowns, but
Kraft's the only guy who really went off.
Do we see it from Kelsey tonight?
Yeah.
I know that.
I mean, what do you think? What's going off?
Okay, so this is not going off.
I would say 70 yards and a touchdown for him is going off.
How about this?
At this point.
Earlier today, Caesars and Will Hill, they were offering like a one of their deals. It was over 3.5 catches and a touchdown at plus 190. Maybe that's better at some other books. I don't know. I didn't really check it out. But
it's still National Tight Ends Day. They got the stuff up at Will Hill. Let me give you the 10 yards each quarter, 9-1. 100 yards and a touchdown, 9-1. 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, 20-1. 20 yards each quarter, 35-1. 50 yards each half, 18-1. Let's go to my boy Ertz. 100 yards and a touchdown, 25-1. 100 yards and 2 touchdowns like Kraft, 90-1.
90-1.
Ooh.
Well, the Chiefs are really good at defending tight ends. But
50 yards and a touchdown plus 525. 75 yards and a touchdown like our guy Gadsden did, 13-1. 75 yards and 2 touchdowns, 65-1. Yeah, you could be getting blown out. You never know.
So, like, watching Kraft last night, Ertz is not that fast. In my head, I'm trying to think, like, could he pull a Tucker Kraft here? But watching Kraft last night, Pauly, on 2 different plays, the long one early, I think that was, second quarter, 50-plus yards? And then how about the second touchdown? He's, like, blown right by the secondary.
You feel bad for those people? There's no stoplights, population 400? Did you see them going to the bar in South Dakota?
Yeah, when they were selling, yeah.
You grew up in a city, right? No stoplight where you're from, right? Fall Creek?
I don't have a stoplight still to this day. I don't have a fast food restaurant.
God, that's bizarre.
I got nothing. Yeah,
Can't imagine.
There's 2 gas stations, I want to say.
These small towns, like population
But
400.
I'll tell you, 4 or 5 bars.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course. Animals, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Get after it, sure. Here's the feeling good all the time.
Oh, you ever want to be blown away? Just look at like the counties. Like if you Google like the counties that drink the most in the country, and Wisconsin pops up, and it's like, you know how a hot spell might like one hot county like in Kansas might be red. The entire state of Wisconsin is like purple. Yeah, that's all it is. It's like they like to get after it there, and in that little small town as well.
Line and Kugels. Get after it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin.
Oh, Liney's. Mm-hmm.
Liney's is pretty good.
Yeah.
It can be.
Interesting.
I used to like the Old Milwaukee in high school.
Old Milwaukee.
We could get Old Milwaukee cases of bottles for either $3.99 or $4.99.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
Now we're paying $14 for a 12-pack of soda.
Where's Schlitz? Isn't Schlitz there too?
That was in
that Minnesota?
I think that's Wisconsin as well. I just saw a big Schlitz sign at an antique store here in Las Vegas, and it said something about Wisconsin.
I think if memory serves, I was like a sophomore in high school. I think I had a 12-pack of Strohs. I think it came up.
I was going to say, how tasty was that?
Yeah.
Week 9 numbers, NFL, halfway through the season, and their offense compares favorably to the best ever. Details on that next.